In this video, we're talking about trade rumours, injury updates, and who's ready to step up in 2025. Let's get into it. First up is James Worpel. He's a free agent at the end of the season, yet to re-sign with Hawthorn yet, and reports are saying he is possibly headed to Geelong at the end of the season. Now, I think this is a 50-50 chance. He grew up in Geelong, back for Geelong, and played for the Geelong Falcons in under-18s, and if potentially Hawthorn are looking to bring in a free agent such as Harley Reed or Zach Butters, he is potentially going to leave for more money, more opportunities. So I think so far at this time nothing's official, but I think it's a 50-50 chance that Worpel either stays or leaves. Next is Harley Reed. Now his contract is to the end of 2026, but reports are saying he's going to be out at the end of the season. He looks disinterested, he's not playing his best footy, and yeah, let's be real, he doesn't want to be there because West Coast are just bottom of the ladder. They're going to be there for a number of years after he leaves or stays. Reports are he's either going to Geelong or Hawthorn. Now, Geelong, I don't know how they're going to have the salary cap or just the money to pay him with all these players they've brought in, and Hawthorn have a max contract ready to go. They are looking to sign free agents. They're looking to get a max player, one of the best players in the league, to fill their team and almost complete their team, but it's going to be tricky, 50-50 chance. He's not worth a $2 million max, but I could definitely see him getting paid between 1.5 and 1.8, but really we're not going to know until the end of the season, but he's not at West Coast in 2026. Also, Zach Butters from Port Adelaide, he's out of contract at the end of 2026, he'll be a free agent. He's definitely a max player, one of the best players in the league, top 10 in my opinion, and the question is, does he stay at Port for big money, or does he come to a big Victorian club and reap the rewards of his one of the best players in the league identity? Who knows? I think the reason Worpel's exploring his options is because with either Butters or Reed coming in potentially at the end of this season or the end of 2026, I think Worpel wants to either get paid or get out while he can, and just while his value is at its highest. So yeah, we're not going to know until later on, but Butters and Reed can potentially come to Hawthorn either at the end of this season or the end of next season. Now the injury updates. Cam McKenzie broke his hand and has had surgery and is set to return against Gold Coast next week, so he's going to miss the Melbourne game. Carl Amon and Jack Scrimshaw are still out with concussions. Both are tests. Amon is most likely going to come back in against the D's, and Scrimshaw, I'm assuming he's going to have one more week simply because he had a concussion earlier in the year. So I think they're just going to be safe with him, especially against a team like Melbourne where they don't want to risk him. And those are the two sort of short-term injuries. Now, long-term, Cal Shadir, he's back playing VFL. He's played 2 weeks in a row now. He's been playing well. He's kicked a goal in each game, a handful of marks in each game. I think he's not playing against Melbourne, but either Gold Coast or the game after the Gold Coast game, I think we'll see Kalsha back, which is fantastic because Hawthorn's biggest weakness right now is a key forward. Gunston is a third tall. He's not a key forward. He can play key forward, but we are simply missing that high-flying marker, kick down the line, clunk a big mark in the pack, and then get the ball moving. We're completely missing that, and that's exactly what Kalsha provides. That's his biggest strength. So hopefully after the Melbourne game or the Gold Coast game, we will see Kalsha. So within 2-3 weeks' time, he'll be back. Thank goodness. Now let's look at who's in form. Now Jack Gunston, aging like fine wine, is averaging just under 3.5 goals a game, just under 15 touches, 6 marks, currently on 20 goals so far for the season. He's third in the Coleman medal. Who would have tipped that at the start of the year? Gunston third in the Coleman medal. He wasn't even in the starting side at the start of the year until injuries occurred. And yeah, if he didn't pass that goal up to Chol last week in the Richmond game, he'd be second in the Coleman right now. So Jack Gunston, playing your role perfectly, mate. You're probably between 5 and 10 in the BNF so far. And yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, mate. Without you, we wouldn't be a top 4 team right now, let's be real. So Jack Gunston, you're playing amazing, mate. Also, a little shout out to Ginnivan. He's averaged 2 goals his last 2 games, coming back from the VFL. 2 goals, 2 behinds, and 23 touches last week against the Tigers, and 10 score involvements, and also 9 score involvements the game before. So 19 score involvements in 2 games. I know it's against 2 at the bottom 4 sides, but still, that's good production from any player in any situation. So Guinea's back from the VFL. He's playing well. A very underrated player, Henry Hustwaite, averaged over 20 touches his first 2 games in the AFL so far this season. 19 and 10 score involvements against the Tigers. 10 score involvements is ridiculous. He only needed to average 35 touches to break out of the VFL side, which just shows how stacked our midfield depth is. And yeah, he's so smooth when he has the ball. He reminds me of Scott Pendlebury, just a bigger version of Scott Pendlebury. Obviously, it's still a bit rusty. He's only played 2 AFL games so far this season, only a handful in his career, but he's looking good. And when it comes to the future, he's going to be one of those players, sort of like Josh Kennedy back in the about 10 years ago when he moved to Sydney. He's like, he probably couldn't crack a game in the ones at Hawthorn, but he goes to Sydney and turns into a star. I think he's going to be one of those players. Hopefully he starts in our team with his depth in our midfield, but yeah, Huswade's also playing really well. And a few more stats from the weekend. If you want to see more of this content, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.